Today I'm going through the PPC strategy I'm going to use to launch my products in the Amazon UK marketplace in the next 2 weeks. If this is your first time seeing me, then hi, my name's Andrew and I'm a 19-year-old from the UK currently starting an Amazon FBA business and documenting the whole process on YouTube. If this is something that interests you, then please be sure to subscribe. Okay, if you've been following my journey for any amount of time, you'd have known that I was actually planning on running a viral launch to launch my products in the UK. But as of around 2 weeks ago, Amazon actually started suspending accounts that were using heavy discounts, so around 90 to 95% off, to launch their products. In fact, around 3 weeks ago, a mate of mine actually let me know that he had read a story of Amazon actually suspending accounts that were using giveaway services. But I thought, as I've been around for years now, this must have just been like a one case where someone was using maybe like 95 to 99% off and just totally manipulating the system. But since then, many other sellers have come forward and said they've had their accounts suspended. So with this in mind, Viral Launch have now reduced the discount you can offer to give away your products on their service to 60 or 65% off. And with this in mind, it's hard to know whether a launch with Viral Launch will be effective anymore. So as a result of all this, I've decided I'm actually going to use a PPC launch strategy instead. Okay, before I go through the PPC strategy I'm intending to use to launch my products, I think it's important we remind ourselves what exactly the purpose of a launch is. When you launch a new product on Amazon, the likelihood is there are already other listings with a similar product to what you're selling. For example, if you are going to sell a metal card holder like this, then there probably would already be 10 if not over 100 other sellers selling a similar product. That means if a customer searches metal card holder on Amazon, Amazon already have the data on which sell best and are more likely to show them first. So the main reason for doing a launch is to basically take your new product that doesn't have any sales data or sales history and get it ranked as one of the top results for the main search term for your product. And the way you do this is you match the sales of the top 5 results for 8 to 10 days. Taking the example of the metal card holder, it might be that the top 5 sellers are selling on average 5 units a day. With this in mind, you would have to match those 5 sales a day for a period of say 8 to 10 days to be ranked in the top 5 results. So what you would do is just create a manual PPC campaign targeting the keyword metal card holder. And you may find for every £10 you spend on PPC daily, you get 2 to 3 sales. So in this case, what I would do is give my PPC budget £20 a day and run it for 8 to 10 days and hopefully get the average of 5 sales every day. Now, the likelihood is you're not going to be profitable during this time because your PPC is not going to be well optimized. It's not going to have any kind of data for you to make any decisions on. You're essentially just going to be chucking enough money Amazon's way to basically get those 5 sales a day by brute force. But you may be wondering, what keywords do you target? How many units do you give away? And other questions like this. So I'm going to jump into the computer and show you exactly how I find out what keywords I want to target for my products and how many units I'm going to have to essentially get sold during an 8-day period. Okay, the way I find the keyword I want to target for my launch is by using Helium-10. Now, if you decide to get Helium-10, then by using the link in my description or using code LOADS50 in the discount code section, you can get 50% off your first month and you'll also be helping me out. Okay, the tool I use to find the main keyword I want to rank for in my launch is Magnet. Magnet allows us to find all the keywords related to our products so we can find one with the right amount of search demand to basically rank for. So if we're using the example of the metal card holder, all I would do is search metal card holder here and put it into the UK marketplace and hit get keywords. Now at this point we've almost got 2,000 keywords related to this, so what I'm going to do is just narrow it down by putting a minimum search volume of 100 and changing the match type to organic. And hit apply. Okay, now we've got 166 keywords, so what I'm going to do is sort by search volume to basically find out what is the main keyword for this product. So as you can see, card holder is one of the main search results with over 20,000 searches a month. Now you may be thinking, well, surely I'll just run a launch targeting card holder because that has the most searches, so I'll end up getting the most sales from that. But a really important piece of information that Helium-10 gives you might suggest this isn't a good idea. If you have a look over to the right, you can see there is a CPR 8-day giveaways, and this basically tells you the number of units you would have to give away over 8 days to basically rank for that keyword. Now it's pretty obvious, if your order size is 500 units and you're having to give away over 500 units over 8 days, then you're obviously going to go out of stock. Now what I would do is basically decide the maximum number of units I want to give away and then work backwards and find a search term that has that as a CPR 8-day giveaway. So say I was willing to give away 200 units, then what I would do is look for a CPR 8-day giveaways of around 200, and so this one here, 192 credit card holders. All I'll do at this point is just have a look on Amazon and make sure it's the kind of product that we'll be selling, which it is. Okay, but because this is not a giveaway launch strategy, we're using PPC to essentially get 200 sales over 8 days. So if we jump on the calculator, we can work out how many units we need to sell every day associated to that keyword through our PPC campaign. So I'm just going to round up to 200 to be safe and divide by 8, and you can see that's 25 units a day. Okay, with this in mind, I'm going to quickly jump into some slides to basically explain how I would set up my PPC campaign for this launch. Okay, this is how I'm planning to structure my PPC campaigns to launch my products. Okay, if we take the credit card holder example, what we found out was we'd need to sell 25 units a day over 8 days. So what I would do is create a PPC campaign, and we're going to exact match for credit card holder. Now, if you're new to PPC, there's basically 3 types of match types for keywords. Firstly, there's broad match, and this is where basically if a customer types in something that is related to your product but doesn't actually include the phrase, so for the credit card holder example, someone might type in card wallet, and if you've gone for broad match type, your listing would probably be shown in this case. So for the credit card holder example, when a customer types in metal card holder, if you've gone for a phrase match type, because card holder is included in the search term, the customer will probably be shown the ad in this case. And finally, the match type we're going for in this launch campaign is exact match. And as the name suggests, this is only going to be shown when a customer types in the exact phrase that you're targeting. Now, the reason I'm going to use an exact match type for the launch campaign is because if I go for a phrase or broad, then customers are going to search other keywords, so like metal card holder or card holder for men, and then some of my sales are going to be linked to those keywords, as opposed to just targeting credit card holder and getting all the sales related to that keyword, as opposed to targeting credit card holder and getting all the sales related to that keyword. Next, for the bid, I'm going to go really high at £3 to £5 a day. Now, the bid is essentially how much you're willing to pay Amazon every time a customer clicks on your ad. Now, the reality of this is you'll probably only be charged a fraction of this, but the reason we're going so much higher is to basically get priority and ensure Amazon shows our ads over our competitors. Next, I'm going to set a daily budget of £10 to £50 a day for this campaign. Now, this is going to depend on the keyword I'm targeting and basically how much I think I'm going to have to pay towards PPC to get the required number of sales. And then after 2 to 3 days, I'm going to check how many units I've sold and basically see is it in line with the amount of sales I need to generate every day for that keyword. So of course then I'm just going to adjust the budget until I'm averaging 25 sales a day, and once I get it to that point, I'm going to let it run for 8 to 10 days and essentially try and get the 200 sales. So after 8 to 10 days, my hope is I'll be ranked in the top 3 for the search term I'm targeting. Okay, next I'm going to go over my PPC strategy for the products I'm going to be launching in the UK over the coming weeks. Firstly, I'm going to be using the PPC strategy I just showed to get ranked for my main keyword. But because I'm only going to be using this PPC campaign for maybe 2 to 3 weeks to basically get ranked for my main keyword, I'm also going to be running an exact phrase and broad campaign for 5 to 10 related keywords at around £10 to £20 a day. So like I previously showed on Helium 10, you can find different keywords related to what you're selling, and I'm basically going to try and find 5 to 10 related keywords and use exact phrase and broad match types on those 5 to 10 keywords, and essentially leave it for a week or so just to basically get some data and find out what kind of keywords, whether it's exact, phrase or broad, are converting the best and result in the lowest ACOS. And I'm also going to run just a standard auto campaign at £10 a day just to give Amazon a chance to find any kind of keywords that I'm not finding through Helium 10 and start collecting some data on them. So like I said, after a week I'm going to look at the data and optimize it, so basically remove underperforming keywords and increase the bid on the ones that are converting well, so that Amazon shows my product more when a customer searches that keyword. Now, I'm by no means saying this is the perfect PPC strategy or that you should use it yourself. This is essentially just what I've come up with and decided I think would be best for my launches and my products. So I'm basically going to give it a go, and I'll let you know how it goes in 2 to 3 weeks time. Okay, hopefully that's been helpful in understanding how I'm approaching PPC to launch my products in the Amazon UK marketplace. For a quick update on anyone who's interested in my own FBA journey, my first product is going to arrive in Amazon on Wednesday, and it might take another day or 2 for them to process it. So by the end of next week, I should be able to sell my first product. But before I run this PPC launch strategy like I was going through, I'm going to make sure my listing is properly optimized. That means the perfect photos, really well optimized title, bullet points, description. Also get 2 to 5 reviews as well. Basically so that when I do run my launch and get my product ranked as one of the top results for my main search terms, that it actually stays there. Because if I become the top search result by using heavy PPC, but as soon as I turn it down a bit and Amazon sees that I'm getting nowhere near as many sales, my conversion rate is rubbish, then essentially it'll just move me back down the ranks and it'll be harder to then launch it again. So it'll be around a week to 10 days before I actually start selling and start this PPC launch. I've got another product coming in by air that should land around the same sort of time as the first product, coincidentally, even though I started the order 4 months after it. But anyway, that should be there the end of next week as well. I was also thinking of doing a first 30 days of selling on Amazon kind of video where I basically record myself every day, giving my experience of that day, whether I've sold any, whether my PPC is going well or not, and then either release it on a day-by-day basis, so the first day, second day, third day, or make it into a, a longer video with every single day broken up. So let me know which you prefer, or whether you'd even want me to do a video like that. Just drop me a comment saying if that's something you'd be interested in. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one.